happy time zones. Welcome to the Shady Pines crew. Oh, it has been an interesting week.
It
But
was.
hey, Sage. I'm
My body
surprised
has
you
no
are
body
awake,
left in it.
Sage. Hello, CB. Um, so I have had ups and downs and lefts and rights.
I have had sit very, very still so nothing spasms.
Um,
Because I feel like the exact opposite of that. And kind of the same thing.
oh, Sage is on leave at the moment, and their schedule is fucked. Hey, if you do you want an invite? I can send you one.
We can destroy that sleep cycle even further.
um so as people know, I've been writing an erotic serial, and I posted the first chapter to the erotic website on late Tuesday, and I got a bunch of traffic on it that I was not expecting. Um so I got the traffic, and I made the mistake of looking at emails, like fan emails, right before bed. Do you know what can destroy your sleep worse than going to bed angry? Is going to bed squeeing.
Yes.
Going to bed too happy is also a problem for sleep.
Nothing destroys my psyche quicker than fan mail. I'm used to all the nasty comments. How dare you compliment? How dare? How very dare.
Hello, Sage.
Hello.
So we're talking about my sleep issues. I've also been having toothaches, and
Oh,
the first night that the toothache was in throbbing mode was that night.
Always fun.
I
Um,
feel like teeth should never be in throbbing mode.
it would be nice if they didn't.
Other things, yes, but not
Wom,
teeth.
wom, wom. And let's see. The next night, the throbbies. So do you know that thing? How when you're in pain, you produce more saliva?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I choke on my saliva during the night.
Always fun.
Fun.
Not like
Again, not a good thing to be choking on. Other things, yes. Sorry,
so.
I am in a mood.
You're not alone.
So I've been spending multiple nights waking up as soon as I fall asleep. Like doze off, choke, wake up, cough uncontrollably. Um like 6, 7 times a night.
I'm sorry. That is unpleasant.
It is very unpleasant.
I feel like we need to just get you a shibari artist to just like dangle you from the ceiling so everything can just like drip out of your mouth at night.
You could be a bunny.
Do you know the problem with that? My esophageal sphincter doesn't close.
Okay, so we'll
Ah,
put you over a tub.
Except the acid would be dripping out
that
through
that would be detrimental.
my sinuses all night.
So we'll involve hoses. Like it's just getting more complicated but still doable. Every night
lordy.
you're gonna look like something from an MC, from like a HR Giger painting. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. The good thing is, if anybody breaks into the house at night, they'll be like, "Oh God, no!" and run out and never like take anything. So it's also a security feature.
Yeah, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Don't judge me, Cat.
I mean, isn't that a cat's prerogative?
So I was having a weird train of thought today about sex and gender and cats and how they don't understand anything about sex or gender, so they don't really have gender that they would understand, except that they actually do have a gender, and that is evil. And the two cat genders are soft evil and spiky evil.
I
Hmm.
mean, you're kind of not wrong.
So maybe we should make those the actual genders. Who wants to be soft evil and who wants to be spiky evil?
Well, I think we know that I'm soft evil.
So, okay, as y'all know, I'm going back to school right now, and I've been reading through the coursework, and it is just so unbearably gendered because the newest book that we're reading is like 10 years old. And I had a breakdown and like wrote this long screed about cis normativity in the class forum because it's like 3 in the morning. My executive function to tell me, no, don't do that was so not working, and kind of
Mood.
forgot that I had done it until we're all sitting there for class and everybody shows up and teachers like, okay, so I'd like to start by thanking Charlie for calling me out. I'm just like, wait, I did what now? And then I was like, oh crap, that wasn't a dream. Oh crap, no.
I'm sorry, but I admire you greatly for that.
So I mean, the nice thing is she was very, very supportive and like understood and actually talked about how she's been trying to get her publisher to let her do a new edition of the book with the
Mhm.
stuff that she's learned since and all this. And I'm just like, I got really prickly because beyond that, it has a lot of like it allonormativity in it, where it just presumes that all relationships have this like low key sexual thing to them, and
Mhm.
no, no, they don't. Um, and like I get it. That's a very like het cis normative thing to be thinking about, and I realize I've like lived in queer spaces for so long that like heterotemporality and heteronormativity just like hit me so hard that I'm just like like it's like a crucifix to a vampire, just like, what, how dare you. But
How very dare.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of how my week has gone.
I mean, I will never forget doing fanfics and chill with Sako and Savvy and Spence and talking about how we're all queer or how there's not a straight one among us, and Spence was like, actually, and I was like, oh shit, I've been around queer people for so long that I genuinely forgot that cis straight people exist.
Yeah, I feel this.
Okay, it was for 3 seconds, but the confusion was real.
Wait, you're real?
It was just it was a time.
Hey,
Oh,
Maggie.
hey Maggie, I was
Hi
showing off
Maggie.
that tarot deck you sent me to Jace earlier before the stream started because it's so pretty. Still afraid to use it because it's so pretty. I don't want to bend a card by shuffling wrong.
So I'm thinking, since Charlie, you are very quick to jump to, defense, that maybe you are spiky evil.
A little bit.
So you're spiky evil, and Sage is soft evil, and I'm evil fluid.
I think that is fair.
Although now that I'm thinking about it, evil fluid sounds like something completely different.
I
And then we went into
mean,
a completely different genre of anime.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
I do believe that evil fluid
phrasing.
is what brings yandere into existence.
You know what? I think you're actually right. Oh, um, I have been working on a suck my non-existent design.
Yes.
Um, I am having some brain fog issues with the working of the actual program, but I will eventually get it sorted, and we will have suck my non-existent merch. Um,
But how will we suck it if it's not there?
With
that's
creativity,
kind of
kid.
the point.
My non-existent merch.
Um, and if I'm feeling particularly sassy, I might also do choke on my non-existent. Um, because sometimes I really want to tell people to do that.
See, I know that like we're entering an era where people are like masks are so passe, but like I kind of want to buy masks in bulk that say choke on my non-existent just so I can pass them out to people. Like when somebody
Okay,
like really annoys me, just like here, this is for you.
I will add that to the design list ASAP.
Like it just that like I really like evil present giving. Like evil gifts are like the best gifts.
Hmm.
Like when like somebody upsets you so much and you just have so much spite, like a friend of mine literally carries around of a bag of dicks with them everywhere that they go, just so that when somebody's being one, they can just like pull one out and be like, "Here, this is for you." And
I love that.
I'm just like, it's very much the culture around here, and like all the people that I've like been around for a very long time. Like out of pure spite, this is for you.
I don't know. I think there would be a group of people that you could give them out to and they'd love it.
Yes, well that too, but
See, and that's why I'm evil fluid and you are spiky evil, because you would do it out of spite and I'd be like, you want this.
so
Mm.
I can't say the actual name of the thing, but so we're as part of the class this week, we had to come up with our vision statements. Like what are we actually wanting to do with our lives in the world and all this stuff. You know, little things. And she took us through all these exercises to help us like figure out like what is it that you actually want to do? Like what is the grand vision? If you had magic power to do a thing, what is in your heart to do? And I realized after I wrote out my thing, like I basically want to be the main character of the Johnny McGovern song "Wrong F to Fuck With." Like you've been messing with all my little gay babies out there. Like nah, like mm, I'm coming for you. So it's gonna be fun.
But as I said with my recent issues and reacceptance of Todrick Hall, the spiky evil is what we need.
Hmm.
Like, be that absolute monster.
Like that's how you get Pose, honey. Like if, I love a lot of the people involved in the making of that show, but Spike Evil is very definitely their gender norm. Just, and that's also something that we, as a queer community, especially have been lacking since Larry died, because he was like the embodiment of queer spiky evil. I mean, if you've never read The Tragedy of Today's Gays, you should definitely read it. Like, I used to buy it in bulk and pass it out like the Bible at events, because, you know, the opening lines are, why are you killing your brothers? Why are you leaving your sisters in the gutter to die? And it
Mhm.
gets progressively less happy from there. Um, it, it is an angry screed at how, you know, we're not really our best advocates a lot of the times. And
Yes, that does tend to happen.
It does indeed.
you know, it just, we haven't really had a voice come up to like level, you know, to that level that we had when ACT UP was really a thing. I mean, you know, maybe they shouldn't have thrown blood on a bishop during Easter Mass. I mean, maybe that was too much, but I mean, he kind of deserved it. I mean, just a little bit. You know, the mass die-ins, the act like on the streets out there, just this is all a preamble to. I now know how I'm going to die, so I'm going to be with y'all till the about the middle of next month because we're doing a Pride event in town. A bunch of people are going to be doing it, and it's going to be
Speaking of
fun.
Pride Month, we have decided, and I'll mention it here, and I've retitled Pride and Prejudice, the Discord, into Pride and Prejudice Year 2. So we have decided to do another one.
Yep.
And I also want to schedule another Pride karaoke.
Excellent.
Because both the anthology and the karaoke last year were incredibly moving.
Hmm.
And I'm going to have to find a karaoke version of Happy, Carefree, and Gay. I might have to make that because I don't think one exists.
So yeah, I'm gonna probably get the word out there so people can start seeing. And I don't know, I'm very bad with advertisement because otherwise I would be able to reach more people. But in the meantime, we should probably sprint because we haven't done one yet.
We probably should.
Yeah, I have
And
classwork to finish.
I have a scene that I was supposed to write today, and I haven't started it yet.
I have merch to finish making.
So let us sprint and do those things. In three, two, one, go. All right, that sprint is over. What is that, Caillou? Caillou full episodes, 4 hours. Grumpy Caillou. I don't think so. Um,
Why?
to hurt me. How did people do that sprint?
Well, I got a design done despite my graphics driver crashing 3 times.
Lovely.
So, but I got it done.
Yay.
Always fun. Yeah, I'm primarily uh, listening to coursework and reading today.
Also fun. I was having challenges with this scene, and I think it's just executives not wanting to come to play.
I have no idea what that's like. I have never experienced this. It's a magical new experience that you're discussing today.
It's just like I've got like 5 paragraphs. They're not big paragraphs, but they're not really small either. But it was like pushing through mud to get them. It's like, what would these characters do? No, brain, really, what would these characters do? Please.
Okay, so I know we've talked a lot about your problem with being relatable. I feel like you need another intervention right now.
Or maybe I just have a way of putting things into words that everyone is feeling. Maggie's got to vacuum up the extra dog, which I know that feeling. I have it's a Maine Coon cat, and there are
Hmm.
frequently little Maine Coon kittens running around that are not actually living. They're just tumbleweeding around the room.
That's the thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother in law got so mad at me when the last time she came to visit because she came right in the middle of shedding season. And if you've got a pet, you know that like there's nothing you can do. Like you can go through with an industrial vacuum and clean everything up, and then you turn around and there's little hairballs everywhere. Like
Uh-huh.
just because we got 3 cats and a dog, like the hair will be where hair will be until
Hmm.
shedding season is over. Like that's just the way of things. And she's like, she got very upset. Like,
Oh, and Jillian came in. Hello, Jillian. And CB got 385 words. Very good. Yeah, it looks like I got like 200 and something. So it wasn't super bad. Oh no, that's where I stopped. Okay, let me see. Let me recount. So I just remembered where I started. 150. Still better than nothing. But I don't understand the shedding season thing
oh, because
because there is no season. It's just shedding here.
well, I mean, yeah, there's a big part of that, but at the big spring and fall turnings when everything just I look at them and I'm like, how do you have fur left on your bodies? Like, there's always like residual shedding everywhere, but like it gets so bad in spring around spring, like right around now, where I can just look down the halls and watch the tumbleweeds going, like just. Mm.
You would think Willow, being the long haired one, would be the issue, but no, Cricket. Um, The little tan
Yeah,
lioness next to her. Oh my god.
I have noticed this in my own life that yeah, it's usually the for reasons beyond my understanding, it's the short-haired one that causes all the mess.
I don't know. I mean, our third one, Charlie, is short-haired black cat, but I have not noticed him shed at all. But Cricket, oh my god. You touch her, and it's just like if there is like sunbeams coming through. I have to share it, Sage. Um, if you touch her and there's like a shaft of sunlight, just the touch, you can see the fur just poof out. Let's see. Share this tab instead. And that button. Suck my non-existent. So Sage's new merch is coming out, and there's the design.
And now I'm gonna have to buy popsicles to go with it. And I think people sometimes think I'm kidding when I say things like, "I woke up this morning going, where's a hornet's nest I can kick?" Like, no, this is my go-to. This is who and what I am. Unfortunately,
Let's see. Fur seeds are everywhere in the spring. She sheds enough in the spring that it always looks like the Easter bunny was torn to bits in the front yard. If you have a carpet, one of the best ways to get the pet hair out of the carpet is to get onto your hands and knees with a damp cloth. I know this from experience from a friend. We don't do it on the carpet because the vacuum does just fine. Also, we were smart enough because it was a childcare. The carpet is like a medium brown color. That was a tactical decision. So nothing shows up on this carpet.
we had the glorious ability to make decisions about what our house was going to be like, and because of our severe allergies that we both share, we have no carpet to speak of because that's just how you breed allergens.
Same with Maggie. She refuses to have carpet. Um, Nair can do that. Wait, what? Um, yeah. So, but we do use on the couches because Cricket's favorite place is on the backs of the couches and the seats of the couches, and anything having to do with the couches. The other cats, not so much. Um, but we use it's like it's made out of rubber, I think. It's like a sponge made out of rubber, just like a brick, and Febreze. Spray that down. Take a swipe of that. It's basically an eraser, and it picks it all up, and then you can put that in the bag, and it doesn't take very long. It got quiet. I killed the chat.
No, I
Sorry,
my
I was
brain is thinker thunking about way too many things.
doing things,
Stuffing things.
stuff and things,
Let me
but not
rephrase that.
stuffing things.
I was gonna say, let me rephrase that. Stuff and things. Ah, There's also choke on my non-existent.
There is indeed.
I like the fact that it shows it actually puts it on shirts with people wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. And now I'm just going through the hotties.
I am surprised. This is a basketball box.
What?
Mr. Sage
What?
sending me naughty texts.
Ooh.
My goodness.
I have
No,
so
your
many questions now.
spouse.
I'm not going to ask them because I'm a lady, but I still have them.
I think this one's my favorite. This button. Oops.
He is very Jace.
How do you know I wasn't talking about the shirt?
Because I know you.
You're like, because you are very Jace.
Because you are very Jace. And because he is very Mickey Crispino.
Oh, I'm so transparent.
You really are.
All right, shall we do sprint number 2?
I suppose so. So that I can fix the suck one because it's off centered and it's bugging me.
I'm just trapped in a very cursed go to 10 loop at the moment that, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of it. So,
Oh dear.
All right. So Sage will fix the lopsided suck. Um, and I will
I
do
mean,
some.
somebody might be into that, you don't know.
that phrasing is so not helpful. That phrasing is so not helpful.
I am the liege of the poor phrasing. It is my obligation to say things in the dirtiest way possible. All right. Are we ready to sprint? In 3,
Let's do it.
2, 1, go. Beepity beepity beepity. Y'all. It was so weird. Sprint is over. I did the stuff.
I did the stuff too. Very different stuff, though. Probably.
Most
I
likely.
also did stuff.
Yay for the stuff getting done.
Woohoo!
Yeah, ooh, where is I'm not gonna bother to like try and figure out where I stopped. If I didn't have the foresight to mark where I started, I'm not gonna try and figure out. But I'm pretty sure I got more words this time than last time.
Woohoo!
And I think I'm getting close to being done with this chapter. So yay! We had Spence and Persephone come in. And Persephone says, "Hey, writer peeps, had to make a grocery store run. There were people out there."
I'm so sorry.
Disgusting.
So here's the thing about me and my social anxiety. Um, I go to stores when they open. Like I am sitting in my car before they open, and as soon as I see someone unlock the door, I'm in it. Because the thought of going in a couple hours after the store opens and having that level of people in there is it sets me on edge. And the thought of being in a grocery store in the afternoon on a weekend is terrifying.
You're doing that relatable thing again. What have I told you?
Because, yay, social anxiety. And I hear all these people, oh, there's this con coming through. You want to go to a con? I'm like, oh, fuck no. No.
That's what I love about conventions, though. I don't have that same experience there if it's a good and proper convention, because those are my people. Those people
Mhm.
generally get me, understand me, and are not the threat that the rest of the world is. And it's what actually got me into going to conventions so much, because I can have the social interactions without all of the pain and misery on the inside.
Yeah.
The magic.
I feel exactly the same way. I have done 2 cons. Well, I've done several iterations of 2 cons, and uh, the one was a gaming con. The only way I will ever go back is if I press pass it, which is what I did the first time, and that is the best way to do a con, because you cut most of the lines. Um, you actually get appointments, so you know you are going to do this thing at this time, and you skip the lines. And you have a nice lounge to chill in, where you're supposed to be recording your things or typing up your articles or whatever. Um, so you have space away from the main floor, which is such a huge relief for someone with social anxiety. Um, I mean, obviously, there are other journalists and other press people in the press room, but mostly they're working. So there's not this pressure. Um, and then the other one is Discworld Day, and those are my people. So yeah, what Charlie said basically, with the added caveat of if you can do a press pass, do a press pass.
I have heard that there are some conventions that will actually have dedicated rooms and areas for quiet spaces.
A lot of them, yeah.
which that is golden. That if I were forced to go to a con, that would probably save my life.
And at least in the United States, avoid any convention that's put on by Creation Incorporated. And it's not for the reasons you think, it's because they're a greedy corporation that will charge you for everything. They will
Hmm.
confiscate bottles of water if they're not marked properly, like as in you bought them from the convention bottles of water. They will charge you for every panel. They will charge you to stand in line for panels. I was charged to go into a dealer's room at a Creation Con.
Damn.
That is truly reprehensible.
So be very wary of any convention put on by them, and also remember, Comic Con is a brand that is controlled by a nameless, faceless corporation that sells it off to the highest bidder in your area. Just because you see the term Comic Con, which in the United States is trademarked, has absolutely nothing to do with what's going to go on the inside.
Hmm.
Different companies run them in every city that they take place in, and they are extremely different things. Some I've heard are pretty good. The one in Oakland is fun, a lot of fun. The one in Illinois is a nightmare fueled painscape.
Laura says there are also library rooms in the convention she goes to where you can check out manga to read in silence. Nice. Um, there is also the audio processing disorder, which is also a huge problem for me. So being like on the convention floor, not just having all the people around, but all the noise, um, I disassociate. I basically just am a walking zombie because I can't. My brain just leaves.
I miss conventions so much. I just do not feel that it is a safe time yet.
Phoebe asks what was the company name again, so that she can tell her mother.
Creation Con is one of the largest. They are losing their grip, but they were founded in the 80s when the conventions were just starting to be a thing. And so they started signing exclusive contracts to anyone that was in a major motion picture. So they had the draw that if you wanted to see certain celebrities, the only places to see them were at Creation Run events. But as word has trickled out about them, and as the franchise holders have started putting more effort and energy into doing like Star Wars Celebration, and then there's the huge Star Trek convention in Vegas that they actually put on, that Paramount actually puts on. It's breaking the control of those companies because, well, the stars can't sign exclusive agreements because they have to go to the official conventions that the fandoms are putting forward. Also, with the rise of San Diego Comic Con being such a huge thing, those exclusivity contracts are getting harder for them to get signed. But
I'd say
and
going.
the biggest tip I can ever give you is carry a lighter. If you ever go to a convention, just carry a lighter. Have a lighter, a towel, and a spare bottle of water. You'll meet some wonderful people.
Yeah, I have. Well, I don't anymore, but when I lived in the city and used to do events and things, I had an event bag that had um, things like uh, bobby pins, safety pins,
Mm-hmm.
um, sellotape, uh, super glue, um, tissues, very important, uh, bandages, like all the things that you should have that you never have on hand. And it's very helpful and also a good way to meet people.
Yes.
It's like a parent bag.
Yes.
Oh, if you can be either the good parent or the really, really bad parent at a convention, like you will be the most popular person there.
Oh, a needle and thread, um, a small pair of scissors that isn't going to get confiscated. Um, yes, Spence, baby wipes.
Oh, so many.
All the baby wipes.
And even before the events that have transpired over the last like 3 years, all the hand sanitizer. Because there's always, no matter where you are in the world, this isn't even just a convention thing. If you're at any place where there's a large group of people, there will be that one sticky thing that for some reason you can't, are pushed into, you brush up against, and you're just like, I don't know what just happened to me. I might be dying. And if you can be the savior that like swoops in with the hand sanitizer, like, I have you. Here you go. Friends for life.
Well, that's because it only takes one person eating something sticky to make the entire place a mess.
Yes. And especially at conventions because of the offspring factor. Like, there's
Hmm.
always like that one table that you always get pushed up next to that has generally like one of the free water dispensers or something like that on, that's just grotesquely sticky from all the little child hands that have touched it. And you don't know which one it is because somehow kids are really good at hiding where they put the stickiness. It doesn't look sticky, and then you touch it and you're like, oh, I think I'm
And someone inevitably brings a Gustus Galoop.
dying.
CB says, when I did Irish dance, I would carry a suitcase with my shoes, a small first aid kit, safety pins, hair clips, hair ties, migraine tablets, a small sewing kit, and a separate bag for the dress.
Yeah, all of that basically.
And I also don't know why this is a thing, but if you can find the gaggle of the Ace Arrow contingent that are there, they will know everything that's going on. I don't know why that is a universal truth, but it's kind of like
Um,
if you need help, if you need directions, find the person doing sign language. They're probably a lesbian. They will have all your, like, they'll be able to direct you where you need to go. If you need to know like what's going on, find the Ace people. Like,
it's
it's amazing.
it's because the ACE intelligence network has to be on top form at all times in preparation for the invasion of Denmark.
True.
Because how are they going to know to mobilize if they don't know to mobilize?
And if you just want to get up to mischief, the moment you see somebody walk by with a fox or a wolf tail, just follow them. Mischief will ensue. And not
Just
even the kind of mischief that you think when you think of somebody with a foxtail or a wolf tail. Just general hijinks. It's kind of like getting to live in a Looney Tunes cartoon for an afternoon. It's kind of fun.
Spence says, because there are two kinds of sticky. Baby wipes handle one and baby powder handles the other.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, also hair gel. Even when I have long hair gel,
Yes.
because it is useful for so many things.
And I would also tend to think that they can, the con can kind of get muggy. So
Depending
there
on
would be
where, yeah.
flyaways and stuff.
And bring spare blankets with you because you never know. You never know. One of my favorite conventions is in like the middle of summer, and every now and then the air conditioning in the hotel gets turned to Arctic chill, and it's terrifying because it's like 100 degrees outside and 20 degrees on the inside. And if you can bring the blankets to make everybody the happy, again, you the savior.
Especially if you find the group with the wolf tails, because
I'm telling you, mischief, all the mischief. My favorite thing that ever happened to me is I followed them around. They found this little corner that I don't even know why it was there, but there was a grand piano and this woman in this beautiful like Jessica Rabbit cosplay laying out across the piano doing jazz tunes so beautifully. And I don't know how this happened, but somehow I went to Toontown. It was one of the greatest convention experiences I've ever had, and I don't know how that piano got there.
Spence says, so we're all the mom friend. I want us to all go on an epic journey together and just be the most cozy and comfortable epic journey ever.
I'm not the mom friend anymore. I am now the daddy friend. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, the parent.
No, the daddy.
The daddy.
Read the name. And yes, I said that specifically to get Charlie giggling.
We just need to get you some practice otters. It'll be fine.
I could definitely do with a practice otter.
Mom and Daddy Con 2024.
Oh, that's why I can't wait for like in my Discord, we've been planning a writing retreat for when we feel it's safe. And it's going to be like the world's weirdest, most crazy cozy time because I mean all of the cooking, like we have three like really amazing chefs that are all like conspiring menus already for said event, taking into effect many different like allergies and what have you, and like it's just that's going to be the real mommy daddy con.
So, shall we do sprint number 3 and actually get a third sprint in?
Sure.
Yes.
Which is something that doesn't happen in this channel. How about if I make that screen bigger? All right. We will sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that sprint has ended. More words have come out of my brain and onto the page. And I think I have maybe a paragraph left to go for this chapter.
I was not expecting to hear your voice, and I may have almost jumped out of my skin there. It's like, who's in the house? Rabbit! Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm on a stream.
Hmm.
I
So,
fin- I finished the picture I'd been working on.
yay.
So,
I wrote the things.
Yay for writing the things. Ah, I'm going to need to remember to pop some. Should I take Motrin? Or actually, it's not hurting really bad right now, so maybe I won't take anything.
and just a note to all of my friends out there that have stomach issues: ibuprofen is very bad for your stomach.
Yes, it is.
Yes. But acetaminophen is also very bad for your liver and can
Yes.
kill you
Hmm.
fast, much faster than the ibuprofen. Um,
Hmm.
and so I'm making sure to balance them and not take too much of either one.
Oh wow, my brain.
Huh.
Sorry, I'm just like, and opium is just a sweet, soft, cozy cloud that drifts you away and takes you into its loving embrace, which it will never let you go.
Hmm.
Embrace the nothing, be the nothing. Ah,
I'm trying to remember what the nothing's name from the Neverending Story was because it did have a name,
it did.
and my brain
Oh
is saying smog, but
no, 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 no,
that's
no.
not right.
I can see the angry wolf face now.
So when you were like embrace the nothing, I'm like, but the nothing is just a big puppy.
There are many reasons I'm not allowed near opioids anymore.
Um, one thing that I learned when my back first was going out. Now Chase has that earbud in my head, screams, "Never ending story." Um, okay. When I first had back pains, and that brief window when workman's comp was taking care of it because it happened on the job, but because they back pain is something that goes in and out, and because I wasn't constantly in pain, the second flare up they said, no, it's not us anymore, we don't have to do jack shit for
Mm.
you, because yeah, they're douches.
Yeah, when I hurt my
Gmork.
back, that's it. Yeah, when I hurt my back,
So
the wonderful company sponsored doctor explained to me how it was all in my mind. You don't
Hmm.
actually have problems. We owe you nothing. It's all an illusion in your mind.
oh yeah, the thing that I lost track of what I was saying because there was a point. um, I learned through the back spasms that Valium is like a warm hug.
It is.
It is wonderful.
It's also can really wreak havoc on your gastrointestinal system, but it relaxes everything.
Hmm. I'm trying to remember what else they put me on that I absolutely hated.
But that's actually why I keep Valorant Root Tea in the house, because It's not as strong, so I don't have as many problems with it, but is where where the volume comes from.
I'm trying to remember because there was one drug that they tried to put me on, and I was just like, after the first time, I was like, nope. And I can't remember. It's
I,
driving me crazy.
I try very hard not to think about painkillers and muscle relaxers because problems.
Mm.
That is my daily struggle. Which, it makes it even nicer, with all the back pain, because I never think about, ooh, it'd be nice to have a painkiller right now. Life, you are a cruel and nasty bitch. I love you.
I'm wondering because I'm seeing a list of like ones they're using now, and the one that I had is not on that list. So I'm wondering if that is one that just they don't do anymore.
It either was secretly psychotically toxic or it went generic, and so everybody was like, that doesn't exist anymore.
Hmm.
No, it was like I believe it was a muscle relaxant, but um, it basically made me. It was a paralytic for me.
Hmm.
I can't remember which one it was, and it was one that we used all the time in the hospital. And I was just like, how can people take this? This is horrible.
I don't know, but I need to bounce.
Yeah, we need to end the stream because it is
Hmm.
time.
It is.
Time has come.
Um, does anybody have anything that they want to like announce?
So hopefully I will be back to my regular streaming schedule next week, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'm hoping that we won't be having all the weather next next week. I'm hoping. So hopefully that will be back to normal. Also, I now have all the rights back to my sci-fi stuff, and because I'm just that person now, it will all be appearing over on the World Anvil for people to read for the freeze. So if you are interested in my stuff, follow me over there, and you will see them as they pop up. I did new covers for 4 of the books because I don't know, I have a problem. I'm also working on book 5 in that series right now, so that's probably part of the reason why. But yeah, if you're interested in any of my weird space opera stoof, it's all going to be appearing over there. So, yay!
Woohoo.
Do you have anything you want to share, Sage?
Um, this coming Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 2 a.m. South African Standard Time on Tuesday, I will be guesting on Sam Nassett's channel. Um, other than that, I have books, I have merch, um, stuff and things, but not stuffing things.
And your stuff and merch is under Moon Bunny Creative, correct?
Yes, if you go to moonbunnycreative.com, uh, there is a links page. I think it's called Where to Find Me, and all of my things are there.
Can you make a where to find me page for my website? Because I don't know where I am anymore.
I think that might require an understanding of quantum mechanics that I don't have.
I need an old priest and a young priest. Make sure the young priest is really cute.
And an altar boy.
Oh, girl,
Now,
no.
I was just going to say, now, would they be otters?
At this point in my life, I really don't care anymore. Just anything that'll get the
Fair.
demons out. And I
Um,
win the internet for the day. Yay!
and I will say, in case anybody is interested, I don't know if there's anybody who would be, but I did release my first chapter of my male urban fantasy porn. It is not erotica, it is flat out porn. And
Woo!
and it's on an adult site. And just shoot me a message if you want to see it. But I'm not expecting any messages being shot, but it's out there. All right. Thank you all for coming. And I have set up the video for next week ahead of time. I'm going to try and have the video set up the week before instead of the day of, so that they actually show up on Devin's list. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.